for the team Gearlink Kawasaki, actually for Team Green. It's a new thing which came in this year for the Team Green. They introduced it this year to get the Team Green name back out there, because the Team Green was, back in the day, I don't know what year it was, but Team Green used to be a big part of Kawasaki because it used to be a part of MotoGP and World Superbikes. It used to be a big thing, and they want to try and bring it back into nowadays.
When did you first start riding?
It was a bit weird. When I started riding when I was 6. I crashed, didn't get back on a bike till I was 9. So I pretty much started riding when I was 9. This is it. My dad bribed me with a quad.
Yeah.
So if you get back on a mini motorbike, I'll give you a quad. So I got on a mini motorbike. I loved it. He bought me a quad. I didn't like the quad, so he sold the quad. I got and got me a mini motorbike.
College-wise, you've all finished, and did you take it any further than that, or did you university, or?
No, I actually got kicked out of college because of racing. It wasn't allowing me time off for racing.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they said at the start you can have your time off for racing. Don't worry about it, because obviously racing takes a lot of time. Yeah. I was missing a lot of college work, and they just said to me, "You're too far behind, so there's no point you carrying on." Like, yeah, okay, no worries. So I was doing level 3 at sport. I was thinking if racing doesn't work out, I'll be like a personal trainer, but you know, never knew.
But now you're just doing really well at it. And yeah. So what did you what was your first race? What did you start off at?
That'd be Red Lodge in 2006 on my mini moto. I was against the Mackenzie boys. I was against Taylor and Taz Mackenzie. I remember that race. It was my first race. Taylor crashed, and little Taz came by me. I thought it was the last lap, and checker flag, he put his hand up, waved because he thought he won. It was the last lap, so I went back by him, and he continued on, and in that race he came back by me, crashed, and I won that race. So I remember that.
That's not bad going.
Yeah.
And where did you go on the next series after that?
Well, it was a little bit, it was a build up, because we didn't, intentionally when we first started racing, we didn't think we was going to take it as far, it was just for a bit of fun. Yeah. So I went from 2006 on the mini moto 4.2. And then I stepped on to Mexican 50 in that same year. Yeah. Then in 2007 went to Proddy, which is I think it's a 6.8 horsepower. Yeah. Then I went to Mexican 70. Yeah. So it's a gear bike, it's a 70. And did that year. And after that, 2008, I went to a Mexican 80, which I did a Radio Super Team challenge. Yeah. Which I was too small for the Radio Super Team because I was tiny. I couldn't touch the floor on a 125. So they introduced the 80 class, and I went on that. Yeah. Missed the year in 2009. Didn't do a year of racing because my big brother is racing at this point.
Oh, okay. Does he still race?
No, not anymore. No, not anymore. Yeah, I missed the year. Didn't do anything. All I did was a couple of test days on 125. In 2010, I went to the Thundersport Championship on a GP125. Yeah. And that year, my first year, I almost won the main championship. I won the Cup Championship, became second. And 2011 went to BSB, it was my first year. Yeah. Won my first ever race straight away on the 125, and I came 3rd in the Cup Championship and 4th in the main. And the year after I won that championship in the 125s, and the year after that I won the Stock Championship with Gearlink. Yeah. It was my first year of them, first year in stocks, I won it with them. Second year I went to Supersport, where I was still at Gearlink, and it didn't go to plan. I fell off at the start of the year, broke my wrist. Bit of a tough year, one of the toughest year. Then last year I left Gearlink, big mistake, should have done that. Came back to them halfway through the year, and it was probably one of my best years because I was always in the top 6. I missed 6 races at the start, and I got up to 8th in the championship by the end of it. That's good. And then this year, it's getting even better now. So, 3rd in the championship. Yeah, 3rd in the championship, considering I missed 2 races at Silverton because we just had a few bike problems like everyone does. And then we got it back on track. I got the podium. Yeah, joint 3rd in the championship now. So yeah, good.
So what are you aiming for this week, other than the win, I suppose?
Well, it wouldn't be nice, but it's not all about the wins. It's being about consistent. If I get 2 podiums, it's all about points to the championship. So that we say points make prizes. So if I can get a win, it'd be nice. You
might as well.
Yeah, I haven't won yet, so it'd be nice.
Brands Hatch, what do you think of the circuit?
Well, it's 2 different circuits. There's a GP and obviously the Indy. We do both, but obviously this week we're doing the GP. It's a mid track, everyone loves it. It's such a small track, it's so easy to go fast around. That's why if you look at the times, everything's so close.
Yeah.
So there'd be like, you could be up the top 5 riders, but there'd be 0.1 between us all.
Yeah.
So it's always close racing at Fantasy GP. If it's bad conditions or good conditions, it's always close racing because it's such a small track.
Yeah.
You never really see big gaps in the races because it's like a Moto3 race in MotoGP. You always have that leading group because it's such a small track. So yeah, everyone loves it. I love it. It's easy to go fast around.
Yeah, what's it like, because I've been around in a car a few times, Paddock Hill Bend is quite interesting. What's that like on a bike, and what's your sort of tactics for going around there?
Well, it's not nice to crash down. I learned that in 2014. So it's a very fast corner to crash on. I crashed down in 2014 that was fast. And it's such a good corner. If you get it right, get the right line, and almost when you hit the bottom of the Paddock Hill, you're pretty much on the throttle again, on the power. Power all the way up the hill. Such a good corner. And when I first did it in my 80, made all when you go over a speed bump, your car makes all your belly go weird. That's what I first got when I went round it. So yeah, such a unique corner.
It's the compression at the bottom of the hill is the biggest thing, isn't it? Just everything forces down.
Compresses your body all the way down and springs you back up again. Yeah.
What about sort of in terms of overtaking? Is there sort of certain points that you can aim for? Or
well, this track you can overtake anywhere.
Yeah.
Every corner is overtaking point. You can overtake into the first corner, you can overtake going down the hill, leading up to the second corner. Yeah. You can overtake going around the second corner, you can overtake going down to the third corner. It depends, it all depends on what run you get, what run you're on, because you can either attack in the first corner and then they can come back at you into the second corner, and you can attack again down to the third corner. It's just what line you've got, how fast you're going.
It seems sort of very different to car racing.
Yeah, because it's such a small track, car racing is a bit harder to pass on this track. Bikes are tiny, so you can get anywhere you want with them pretty much. So.
What's it like to fall off? What goes through your mind?
I don't know. Any way I can explain it is that when you're on the bike, it doesn't feel like you're going that fast until you actually hit the ground and everything seems to speed up by 10. Yeah. So you may be going about, well, I don't know how fast I was going at Alton, but I was only out laps. It only felt like I was going like at the speed of a snail. But as soon as I hit the floor, it sped up. I was hit the floor. I was like, whoa. It's like I was probably doing about 80 there, but it doesn't. I feel like I was doing 10. Yeah. So as soon as I hit the floor and it was wet, so in the wet you don't slow down. You just skim across it.
Does it hurt when you actually fall off, or do you try and get into a certain posture, or do you just sort of cross your fingers and hope?
It all depends. You can get some nice crashes where you can get up and you don't even think you crash, but then you get some where you can get a nasty fight. Like the slower ones are normally the ones that hurt, because normally you just slap the floor, that's where you break bones, or you can get like the slow high sides because it just pings you up in the air. You come down with such a thud, that's the ones that hurt. Fast high side, you can get some fast high sides, but you get back up and everyone thinks that they crash with that now. It's nothing really, but it all depends on the angle, what speed you're going. It all depends. Yeah. You can get like a 10-mile-per-hour crash, but still break your collarbone because you've done it. It all depends.
Yeah, you probably notice at that point you have actually done yourself some damage, or is it the adrenaline? And
well, as I said, I broke my wrist at Mallory. I got up, ran to my bike, and all of a sudden I thought, I'm in a bit of pain here. And then when I looked at my hand, and it had a bit of a V shape to it, and I thought, oh yeah, this is hurting now. The adrenaline is an amazing thing. You don't really know you hurt yourself until it calms down for about a minute, and then you know, oh yeah, you even know you're in pain, or you're fine, you get up and walk away.
Do you ride a bike normally on the road, or no, just car?
No, I don't know. I won't be allowed to ride a bike on the road. No, it's a bit dangerous, and I think I'll get a bit racy with cars and other bikes if I did it.
I suppose it's probably a bit boring in comparison to...
Well, it's like that. It's just we go at such a high speed, like 100 miles per hour. To us, it's nothing really. We do that around corners, as anything. So doing that in a straight line is nothing. We could do that day in, day out. So doing that on a road with other cars, don't do 100 miles per hour. They do about 30 at max, and we just it's just if you've got a smart head on you, when I'll probably have one of them a bit older, but because I'm so young, you don't think that.
Well, that's a very mature attitude to have, knowing that you're not mature enough, but you are mature enough to say that you should never buy.
It's just when you're young, you don't really care, do you? You can go on roads, like I see some kids on scooters that they're mucking about, and you just think, well, if a car pulls at that crossroad, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there any parts that you sort of think, oh, you know, like diets or anything strange like that that you have to do that you think, oh, I really wish I didn't have to do that?
The only time I don't like it is when you get weekends like Grand Saturday, you just go out on every single session and something bad's happened, like you crash or the bike breaks down. It's what on the weekends where it's such a frustrating weekend, you just want to pull your hair out. Weekends like that you think, well, why don't I do this for? And then you get weekends at Alton where you get on the podium and you think, well, it's amazing, you forget all them days.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.